Normally, people should be wary of wild animals. They're often quite unpredictable, and when people encounter them up close, bad things usually happen. But not here, as we discuss various acts of heroism performed by wild animals that resulted in saving human lives. Number 1 is an especially engaging story, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Here are 10 wild animals that saved human lives. Number 10. Leave it to the beavers. Rial Gindin and his family wanted nothing that day except for some family bonding fun. Upon arriving at their campsite, both parents decided to go fishing with Rial and stayed on shore. The boat almost immediately overturned, and Rial's parents drowned right in front of him, leaving him alone in the wilderness. Or so he thought. Devastated and panicked, he attempted to walk to the nearest town to seek help, but as the sun went down, his heart filled with fear. He realized that he would have to spend the cold night outside. He was heartbroken and traumatized as he lay on the cold, hard ground. When he felt something warm and furry press up against him, he assumed it was a dog and soon fell asleep. When he awoke the next morning, he discovered 3 beavers snuggled up against him. The temperatures had dipped below 0 over the course of the night, and it was more than likely that he would have frozen to death if not for his new furry friends. Number 9. Dolphin versus Shark. 36-year-old Grant Dixon was out fishing on his prawn trawler one day over in 2002 when it hit a patch of rough seas and subsequently sank. Breathing heavily, he clung for his life on the upturned boat, thinking of rescue and of his 2 crew members whom he feared had already drowned. Little did he know that rescue was 2 days away. While floating out in the open water, the fisherman told reporters of a remarkable story. He described how a group of sharks had stalked him after his fishing boat had sunk. It was, he felt, only a matter of time before they attacked him. One shark in particular was moving closer and closer before the intervention of a pod of dolphins which moved in and scared the predators away. His ordeal lasted several more hours as he continued to drift in the Pacific Ocean. Thoughts of his family, he said, gave him the determination to survive. He was eventually rescued by a passing cruise ship almost 2 days after his trawler sank. If it weren't for the pod of dolphins, he wouldn't have lived to tell his amazing story. Number 8. Ning Nong. During the tsunami that devastated Asia back in 2004, there were a lot of victims. However, there were a lot of heroes as well. Some of these heroes don't ask for accolades or recognitions. Some of them aren't even human. Here is the heroic story of Ning Nong, a 4-year-old elephant who befriended an 8-year-old girl and saved her life from the raging tsunami. Amber and her family were spending a month-long vacation in Phuket, Thailand. During their stay, Amber befriended Ning Nong and would literally spend every day together, with Amber often feeding Ning Nong bananas or her riding on his back. They were together when the tsunami struck. The water quickly rose to Amber's shoulder, and the power of the tsunami was quickly overwhelming all the beachgoers, including Amber and Ning Nong. All Amber could do was cling to 4-foot Ning Nong. Instead of throwing her off, he climbed through the swirling current, up the beach and inland with her on his back. He only stopped when he reached a high wall about 400 feet from the shore, where he wedged himself beside a stone shelf so that Amber could clamber up to safety. Number 7. The Pride. Back in 2005, a 12-year-old girl was kidnapped in Ethiopia. Her kidnappers were forcing her into a marriage that she, of course, refused. She was kept by her abductors for a week and beaten during her captivity, until a group of unlikely heroes came to her rescue, of course. 3 lions came along and chased the kidnappers away. Not content with just that, the lions stood guard until authorities found the poor girl. After that, the lions just calmly walked away, probably content in the knowledge that the poor girl was now safe and sound. Authorities said if the lions didn't come along, it would have been much worse for the girl. Experts believe that the lions mistook the girl's cries for help of a distressed lion cub, and came to her rescue. Lionesses, especially, are very protective of their cubs. This rescue might have just been the catalyst to change the treatment of lions in Ethiopia, who were unfortunately hunted for their manes and skins. Number 6. Who's a lifeguard now? Lifeguard Rob Howes, his daughter Nikki, Karina, Cooper, and Helen Slade were swimming 100 meters out to sea at Ocean Beach near Wangaro when 7 bottlenose dolphins sped towards them and herded them together. This odd behavior started when Helen started to drift away from the rest of the group. When she was about 20 meters away, a dolphin swam straight towards them and dived a few meters in front of them. The pod was clearly trying to keep the group together, as if protecting them from something. Sensing this odd behavior, Rob dived and he was shocked at what he saw. A large great white shark was circling below the group. He saw the shark glide around in an arc, clearly targeting two of his companions. He was absolutely terrified and didn't know what to do. At this point, the dolphins went ballistic. They were swimming around frantically, keeping the group in a tight circle, all the while beating the water with their tails and fins. They were trying to either confuse or chase the shark away. They kept at it for 40 whole minutes, successfully keeping the shark at bay. Number 5. I'm not trying to beat you up. When marine biologist Nan Hauser went for a dive in the waters off the Cook Islands, she didn't expect to be bullied. Normally I would say something cliche like, oh, you gotta stand up to bullies, or something like that. I don't think that would apply if the bully is a 55,000-pound humpback whale, though. The huge whale began lifting her out of the ocean with its massive head. Over the tense 10 minutes that followed, Hauser swam calmly around the whale as it nudged her with its head, bumped her with its belly, and swiped at her with its powerful pectoral fins. But as it turns out, it was no bullying incident. Only after finally surfacing and returning to her team's research vessel did she notice another unexpected visitor swimming nearby, a 15-foot-long tiger shark lurking on the other side of the whale. The whale was trying to protect her, shielding her from the deadly shark. Number 4. Barely survived. I hate my puns. Robert Biggs set out Monday morning for one of his usual hiking and gold panning trips near Whiskey Flats when he came across a mother bear, yearling, and cub sitting on a stream bank. Biggs said he stopped to watch the bears for a few moments, but as he turned to leave, a mountain lion jumped on his back and knocked him to his knees. Biggs hit the lion on the head with a rock pick he was carrying when he saw the bear grab the lion by the neck. The two animals struggled on the ground for a few seconds before the lion got free and ran away. After the incident, the bear calmly walked back to her cub, paying no attention to Biggs at all. It was most likely that the bear was just trying to protect her cub, which was threatened by the presence of the mountain lion. But hey, Biggs is not complaining. If Mama Bear and her cub weren't there, a much worse thing would have definitely happened to him. Number 3. Thanks, dear. A deer springing out of the darkness can be a menace. Just ask any driver who had the misfortune of running over one on the highway. But the opposite is true in this story when a jumping deer possibly saved a female Miami University student from serious harm. The student told police she was at a party at a condo at approximately 1:20 a.m. when she walked outside and around the condo by herself. She was attacked by a man who used her purse strap, which was slung around her shoulder, to choke her. The attacker then slapped her face and told her to be quiet. That is when a deer jumped up, and the woman told the police she believes it startled the attacker, who ran off into an open field. Unfortunately, the attacker was never identified, and hence, never caught. However, what's important is that the woman was safe. Now it's time for today's Best Pig. Today's Best Pig is a photo showing a Rottweiler saving a man from a couple of lions who are attacking him. I can tell you right now that this photo is doctored, as I came across the original photo during my research, but there has been an incident when a pet dog saved his owner's life from a lion. Number 2. Good dog. Asiatic lions have been a big problem in the city of Amreli in the province of Gujarat, India. In 2018, a group of 12 lions had surrounded a vehicle near a remote village in Amreli, preventing a woman who was about to give birth to reach the hospital in time, and had to give birth in the car. Another incident, this time in 2017, a pride of Asiatic lions in Amreli blocked traffic on the Pitavav-Rajula highway as they were trying to cross over. And, of course, there are the attacks. On July 21st, 2018, a shepherd in Amreli was attacked by 3 lions while tending to his flock. Hoping the shepherd's dog was there, and when he saw the 3 lions bearing down on his owner, it went on a deafening barking fit. This loud racket caught the attention of a number of nearby villagers, who immediately ran to the scene to see what's going on. When the lions caught sight of a large group of people bearing towards them, they quickly retreated into the forest. Technically, it was the people who chased the lions away, but the shepherd still credits his dog for saving his life. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it really works. Number 1. Motherly instinct. In 1996, an incident at the Illinois Zoo. A 3-year-old boy who fell nearly 20 feet into a gorilla enclosure after he slipped away from his mother and climbed through a barrier. In normal circumstances, this definitely would have had a tragic outcome, but not that day. Because that day, a gorilla named Binti Joao was on the scene. The gorilla, upon seeing the plight of the helpless boy, carried the boy to safety and kept the other gorillas at bay, all the while carrying her own child on her back. Experts now think that it was her motherly instincts that prompted her to protect the boy. Video shows the boy lying on the ground before Binti gingerly picks him up around the waist, carrying him to a door where rescuers waited as a crowd looked on. There were 6 other gorillas in the exhibit at the time. Binti Joao, whose name means Daughter of Sunshine, continues to live at the zoo, and because of her act of heroism, is quite the international celebrity today. Have you seen acts of kindness and heroism from a wild animal? Let us know in the comment section down below. Want to watch more videos about amazing animals? Click on any of the links you see on your screen. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Later, everybody.